What's going on, everybody? I'm Mark Denney, and today we're talking depth of field, but with specific emphasis on how exactly to fake it.
All right, so this is a picture of Darcy, aka my wife, who will most certainly kill me for using this video or using this image in this video, but I thought it was a great example of this technique. I took this image in our backyard. I believe it was at f7, and once I got the final image in post, I realized I wanted to create a little bit more separation or depth of field between Darcy and the tree in the background. So in order to do that, I'm going to come up here to the top to the quick selection tool and make sure this is on plus. We're going to increase the size of our brush just a tad, and we're going to trace around the outline of Darcy, around her arms and shoulders, up along her neck and along her hair, the side of her hat, the front and top of the hat, and down the other side. And of course, Photoshop does miss here or there, but it does a pretty good job of following the edges. We're going to clean it up a little bit, so we'll zoom in, reduce the size of our brush, come up here to the minus, and we're just going to kind of help Photoshop out a little bit. Just push these sides in. All right, like that looks good. Saw another area up here. Just reduce the size of the brush a tad. Just bring this in. Perfect. Let's see if there's any other areas right here. And you can get very granular with this if you like and spend as much time as you need. Sometimes it actually brings the selection too far inside, so you just switch to the plus brush and just pull it back out. It's very simple. Go back down. Here's another area. Switch back to the minus. And just kind of bring these areas in. Hair. And as you can imagine, the more defined the edge is, the better Photoshop will be at identifying it. That looks good there. I believe I saw one more area right there. So minus, and just clean this up there. So let's zoom back out now. Make sure we got everything, and I think we did. So once you have your selection complete, you come up to the top, you go to select, inverse. We're going to duplicate the layer, Command J, and if you look over here, you'll notice that we have a new layer, a new selection, but Darcy is completely masked out. So once you have that completed, we're going to come up to the top, go to Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur. The radius in pixels here is totally up to you. The lower the pixel, the less the effect. I think somewhere maybe right around 19 should work, and then you hit OK. And as you can see, toggling the effect on and off, it did a pretty amazing job in a very short amount of time. I'm sure there's a couple areas in here that might need to be tweaked, but overall this has got to be over 90% done, and it only took a couple minutes to complete. You'd be surprised how many people think that this technique isn't even possible, and if it is, it would take hours to do, but it is a very simple trick.
There you have it. Easy peasy. Hopefully you're able to pick up a couple tips out of that video. If you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed already, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you all in the next video. Bye.